I know I wrote a book, right? It's called Buy a Game, and it's free. Click the link down there, you got it.
DreAllDay.com.
Later, please you tap the screen as well. And when it comes to those phrases, the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, what people fail to understand when they say things like that is that you can make yourself become the rich getting richer, or you can make yourself the poor becoming poorer. And there's a simple way to do it. If you want to get rich and then make yourself richer, and you want to not be poor and never make yourself poor, all you got to do is follow a simple formula that I'm going to give it to you, and I'm going to give to you today. I look shining today. Should I look shining every day? Sometimes the light not cooperating, but I appreciate that. Thank you. Please continue to tap the screen for the hearts. So I'm going to tell you 3 things you can do really quick that can help you become rich and start getting richer in anything that you do in life. Doesn't matter what your angle is, if it's sports, if it's making videos, if it's playing basketball, if it's building a business, if it's having a lot of friends, whatever it is you want to do. You want to know a whole bunch of people, you want to get a bunch of followers on Snapchat, whatever it is, this is how the rich get richer. 3 things specifically that you need to do. Number 1, you need to start consuming material and only consume material that is based around and aligned with whatever it is you want to get richer at. So if you want to get richer in terms of having actual money, actual monetary considerations, cash money, all you need to do is start only consuming information and material that is based around getting as much money as possible. If you want to be the best basketball player in the world, you need to start consuming all the material that's based around you becoming the best player in the world. Now, in order for you to become rich, or the best basketball player, or the biggest social media person, whatever it is you want to do, first of all, you got to know specifically what it is you want to accomplish. Because if you don't know, you just want to start consuming random things that's not going to get you where you want to go. So you need to be clear on what your goals are, because you can't be motivated if you don't have goals in life, all right? So number 1, first point, is only consume material that is based around and aligned with you getting the goal that you want to get, with you becoming as rich in that thing as you want. Number 2 thing that you need to do is make sure that you absolutely do not associate with anything that is not focused on and aligned, especially things that are the opposite of what you want to achieve. So for example, if you want to be the best basketball player in the world, don't talk about how you think you might get cut. And don't talk about how a player told you you're not going to make it to the NBA. And don't think about how some person told you 3 weeks ago that they don't think that you're good. And don't argue with nobody, and don't tell the story to anybody else, even if you're trying to entertain them, about how some player told you are a ball hog and you don't think so. So don't put your mind at all on any, not 1% of your mind is allowed to focus on anything that goes in direct confrontation with the goal you have of getting richer. Because every time you have a thought that goes against the goal that you have of getting richer, what you're doing is canceling out all the work that you did leading up to it. So if you have a positive thought and then you have a negative thought, you just canceled out the positive thought. So you basically did nothing, and you basically lost, because the world was moving the entire time that you were having both the positive and the negative thoughts. So you just wasted time. And when you waste time, you waste life, because your life is only made up of time. So number 2 step is that never, ever, ever put any attention, never put any resources, that's time, money, energy, attention, emotion, don't put any resources into anything that's not directly related with you getting the actual outcome that you want. And number 3 thing is this: find people, seek and find people who are already doing what you're doing. So if you want to make $100 million, you need to find people who already did it, and you need to get around those people and consume what they're consuming. Think how they're thinking, listen to what they're listening to, know what they know. So you may be thinking, well, I want to be a 100 millionaire, but I don't know anybody who is, and I don't even know anybody who knows anybody who is. Well, all you got to do is find out who those people are, find a list of 100 of them, because there's at least 100 of them alive, and all you have to do, actually, I don't know how many of them it is alive, there's at least 10, let's put it like that. There's at least 10 of them alive. All you got to do is research them, go Google them. I guarantee out of that 10, at least 8 of them have written at least 1 book. Probably out of that 8, you're probably going to get 20 books. Go read all 20 books. And then in those 20 books, they all going to mention other people. Go read those people's books. And in those people's books, they're going to mention other people. Go read those people's books. And every topic they talk about that you don't know nothing about, go read the books on that. And that'll cover everything you need to read for the rest of your life. And you can substitute $100 million with basketball player, with social media, with a person who has a lot of friends, with a person who's good with talking to other people, or the person who knows how to build a business, whatever it is you want to achieve in life. So when I say the rich getting richer, that doesn't necessarily mean in money. The rich getting richer means you doing good at what you want to do good at, and you do even better at it because you already had a consciousness of doing it. So let me recap. Number one, consume only material that's related to you getting rich and the thing you want to get rich at. Number two, do not consume anything. Don't give any resources at all to anything that is going against what you want. So if you want to make a bunch of money, don't spend time thinking about what it feels like to be poor. Don't spend time thinking about being broke. Don't spend time thinking about not having money because this didn't work out and that didn't work out, or how that was the situation 3 years ago. Don't devote any resources to something that is going in direct conflict with what you want to accomplish. And number three, find the people who have already accomplished it and consume everything they're consuming. Consume what they put out. Think how they're thinking. Know what they know. The best way to do that on a basic level is to identify who those people are and read what they've written, because I guarantee when you got that level of success, you write books to let everybody else know how they can be successful, because successful people want company. They write books so they can share the success with other people. Failures don't write books because, first of all, nobody's going to buy it, and second of all, nobody's interested in learning how to fail. People just fail by default because they fail to find the material that will help them to succeed, like what I'm giving you right here. So everybody, those are the 3 steps you need to become rich and get richer. This is DreAllDay. I know I didn't catch everybody's comments who is commenting right now. So what you're going to do is go hit me on Snapchat at Dre Baldwin. My Snap is at Dre Baldwin. Can somebody put my Snapchat name in the comments, please? At Dre Baldwin is my Snapchat name. First name, last name. Put that in there in the comments. Hit me on Snapchat with any questions that you have that you might have left here that I didn't address. If you think it's important enough, you'll hit me on Snap with it. If it's a good question, I do respond to questions on Snapchat. I'm more likely to respond to a video than a text, but a text question I will respond to too. Also, if it's good, my Snap is at Dre Baldwin. And one other thing I'll give you, I'm everywhere on the internet. I write books. I got YouTube videos. My books is at DreAllDay.com/Amazon or /iBooks, whichever one you prefer. If you want physical books, that's on Amazon. And I got a podcast. My podcast is called Work on Your Game with DreAllDay, with Dre Baldwin. Work on Your Game is also on SoundCloud. You can look me up there. That's at DreAllDay/podcast. DreAllDay/podcast. Everybody, have a great Saturday afternoon. I might talk to y'all later on tonight, but if not, as always, work on your game. DreAllDay.com. Follow me on social media, Snapchat. You see it right there. The code's going to come up. Dre Baldwin. My Instagram is the same name, at Dre Baldwin. My Twitter and my Periscope, both at DreAllDay. Y'all know my website, DreAllDay.com. Any business inquiries, hit me via email, Dre@DreAllDay.com, or you could just send me a snap. Work on your game. DreAllDay.